Welcome back to our channel. Have you ever felt like you just don't fit in, no matter where you go? For Sigma females, this feeling is all too familiar. These independent, deep-thinking women often find themselves on the outskirts of social circles, not because they're antisocial, but because their mindset and values set them apart. In this video, we're diving into why Sigma females feel so disconnected from everyone around them. From their need for authenticity to their aversion to shallow connections, we'll uncover the unique traits that make them stand out and sometimes feel isolated. Stick around to find out how this disconnect isn't a weakness but a source of their incredible strength. Let's get into it. Number 1. Misunderstood personality. Sigma females often have a calm, confident presence that can sometimes be misunderstood. They don't feel the need to constantly explain themselves or seek approval, which can make them seem distant or uninterested. To others, this quiet confidence might come across as being cold or even arrogant, when in reality, they're just comfortable in their own skin. Because they are highly self-reliant, Sigma females don't lean on others for validation or support as much as most people do. While this independence is one of their greatest strengths, it can make them seem unapproachable or detached, especially to those who are used to more outward expressions of connection. This misinterpretation creates a barrier to forming relationships. People may assume the Sigma female doesn't care or isn't interested in bonding, when the truth is she's simply selective about who she lets into her life. She values genuine connections and doesn't waste time on shallow interactions. Understanding this side of a Sigma female means looking beyond her reserved nature. Her confidence and independence aren't about rejecting others, they're about being true to herself. Those who take the time to see past the surface often discover a loyal, thoughtful, and deeply authentic individual. Number 2. Deep thinking. Sigma females are naturally deep thinkers. They spend a lot of time reflecting on their own thoughts, emotions, and the world around them. Instead of just going through life on autopilot, they question everything: why things happen, how people behave, and what really matters. This introspective nature helps them understand life on a deeper level, but it also makes them see the emptiness in surface-level conversations or casual relationships. Small talk about the weather or gossip about others doesn't interest them. They crave meaningful discussions about ideas, emotions, or goals. When they don't find that level of depth in their interactions, they can feel disconnected from the people around them. It's not that they don't want to connect, they just find it hard to relate to conversations or relationships that lack substance. This can make socializing tricky for a Sigma female. While others might be content with light-hearted chatter, she often feels out of place or even bored. Her need for depth can leave her feeling misunderstood or isolated, but it also helps her build stronger, more meaningful connections when she finds people who share her values and mindset. Number 3. Different priorities. Sigma females tend to focus on what truly matters to them, things like personal growth, finding purpose, and exploring their creativity. They're not the type to chase trends or do something just to fit in. Instead, they invest their time and energy into improving themselves and working on goals that give their life meaning. While many people prioritize social validation, such as getting likes on social media or being popular in their friend group, Sigma females simply don't care about these things. They don't need external approval to feel good about themselves, which can make it hard for them to relate to others who see these things as important. This difference in priorities often creates a gap in understanding. People might think the Sigma female is too serious or out of touch because she doesn't join in on certain activities or conversations. In reality, she's just more focused on her own journey and isn't interested in superficial distractions. Though this can make it harder for her to connect with others, it also helps her form deeper, more authentic relationships with those who share her values. For Sigma females, staying true to themselves always comes before fitting in. Number 4. Emotional guarding. Sigma females are very protective of their inner peace and emotional well-being. They've likely been through experiences that taught them the value of setting boundaries, and as a result, they often build emotional walls to keep themselves safe. These walls aren't about shutting people out completely, they're about being careful with who gets close. They don't open up to just anyone because they value trust and authenticity. If someone doesn't respect their boundaries or seems superficial, the Sigma female won't waste energy trying to connect. This cautious approach can make them seem distant or hard to get to know, but it's really about self-preservation. Unfortunately, this emotional guarding can create misunderstandings. People who don't understand their need for space might feel rejected or think the Sigma female is being cold. In reality, she's just protecting her energy from unnecessary drama or negativity. For those who take the time to earn her trust, the Sigma female can be incredibly loyal and emotionally supportive. But if someone pushes too hard or ignores her boundaries, she'll quickly retreat. Her emotional walls aren't meant to keep everyone out, they're there to ensure that only the right people come in. Number 5. Selective relationships. Sigma females value quality over quantity when it comes to relationships. They're not interested in having a large social circle or making connections just for the sake of it. Instead, they focus on forming meaningful, authentic bonds with people who truly understand them. This makes them very selective about who they let into their lives. They don't waste time on superficial relationships or shallow conversations. If someone only cares about appearances, gossip, or impressing others, the Sigma female will likely feel disconnected and uninterested. She craves deeper connections, conversations about personal growth, dreams, or the things that really matter in life. Being surrounded by people who lack emotional depth can make her feel like an outsider. It's not that she's antisocial, she just struggles to relate to those who prioritize surface-level interactions over genuine connection. This can sometimes lead to loneliness, but the Sigma female would rather wait for real, meaningful relationships than settle for something fake. For her, true connection comes from mutual respect, understanding, and authenticity. When she finds people who share her values, she invests deeply in those relationships, creating bonds that are far more fulfilling than any surface-level connection ever could be. In conclusion, feeling disconnected from others is a common experience for Sigma females, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Their independence, deep thinking, and need for authenticity often set them apart in a world that prioritizes conformity and surface-level connections. While this can make them feel like outsiders, it's also what makes them unique and powerful. Instead of seeing this disconnect as a flaw, Sigma females use it to focus on what truly matters: personal growth, meaningful relationships, and staying true to themselves. If you're a Sigma female or know someone who is, remember this: being different isn't a weakness, it's a strength. Embrace your uniqueness and surround yourself with people who truly value and understand you. Let me know your thoughts on this topic in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.